Hey mamas, I get asked a lot whether it's necessary to remember a lot of your childhood in order to heal it. And it's a really good question actually, because in one word, the answer is no, but it's more complicated than that. So what is important to know is that you don't need a lot of memories about your childhood in order to heal it. You don't need to remember lots of bad things. And equally, if you don't remember bad things, that doesn't mean that bad things happened, that something awful happened that you've hidden it away. Not at all. So to start from the beginning, we can only heal the bad bits of our childhood. So of course there are going to be happy bits. Of course you, I hope, still love your mother on one level, and maybe you're still in a healthy relationship with her, maybe you are not. That doesn't matter. What matters, however, is putting whatever happy bits there are, if there are any, to the side, putting your compassion to the side, putting your love to one side, and focusing on the negative bits, because the negative bits are the bits that had an effect on us. They're the bits that created a gap or a void that we need to fill. So we have to focus on the negative bits in order to become whole. The happy bits, that didn't create an effect. We're already whole in terms of the happy experiences that we have. So sometimes mums find that difficult to focus on the negatives. Now, do you need to remember any negatives? You don't need to remember any more than you remember now. So the psyche is in control. You are not in control of this healing process. Healing process has its own timeline, and there will be episodes that you remember. There will be a few, maybe only a handful, maybe two. That is enough, because those are the two episodes that your psyche is bringing to you, because that's where it wants you to start to heal. So it is in charge. And if you can't think of anything at all, I've never had a client that can't think of anything, but just for example, were we to say you can't remember anything at all, then we go on your triggers. The triggers that come up in everyday life, someone being rude to you in a call center, someone being late for you, your kids ignoring you. These are all triggers taking you back to childhood episodes, because they're so painful and because you react disproportionately to what's actually happened. So if you can't remember anything, which is unlikely because everyone can remember at least a couple of things, then the triggers are your entry point into what needs to be healed. So I want to reassure you that it's not about remembering bad things. And if you can't remember bad things, don't worry. It doesn't mean that there's some big dark secret of abuse or something horrendous that you haven't remembered. That actually hasn't happened to any of my clients either. That doesn't mean that the memories that they've put aside aren't painful. Of course they're painful. That's why you can't remember them. And these memories will come back, some of them. And they will come back not in the order in which you need them to come back, but in the order in which they need to be healed. So the healing process is very much about trusting that your psyche is in control. It knows what it's doing. And if any of you have ever felt the need to reach out to me, either to understand a little bit more about what's going on or to book a discovery session, that is your psyche that is doing that. That is the psyche that knows that I can help, or that knows that there's a part of the void and the gap that can be filled by this work that I'm offering. So we always trust what the psyche offers us with, and we know that that's enough to be working with. It always is. So don't worry, you don't need to remember more than you can remember right now. What you remember right now is absolutely enough, and it doesn't mean that you're broken or that there's more bad stuff hidden underneath. We go with what you can remember. If you can't remember anything, we go with your triggers, because your triggers are always pointers to what is not integrated. I hope that helps. As always, if you want more information on the inner work that I do with clients, look at my Instagram page at Lavinia Brown Coaching, or my website, laviniabrown.com. Lots of blogs, lots of vlogs on this kind of thing. And of course, I'm here for you. Reach out, send me a message. And if you want a more personalized support, I'm here for a free discovery session. No attachment there. It's no holds. What is that phrase? No strings attached. It's purely to understand whether you want and whether you're ready to go deeper and explore your past so that you can be the mama, the woman, and the partner that you want to be. Lots of love.